Yves Petit, so I'm a new product development manager for the construction business unit at Organik Kimya. I'm also responsible for the powder developments, whatever the business units. Basically, I don't come from the chemistry industry. I went to chemistry a bit after, indeed during my thesis. So I started as a civil engineer and in the cementitious world, in the cement industry, working for a multinational, Italcementi, in their R&D lab. And then I discovered that whenever it comes to something even basic as cement or concrete and mortars, you may think that it's just cement plus sand plus water. But if you want to have something much more technical, much more developed, then you have to put polymers. So polymers means it's more innovative in terms of construction product in general. And that's the starting point. From there, I said, okay, I will stop my job as engineer. And I went to Canada and made a PhD there on polymer modified concrete and mortars. As I'm responsible for polymer powder development, my day usually is shared between the lab, because it's always very important to have a foot in the lab and see how things are going, not just to have a look at the technician, but really to feel the products. Also, a lot of my time is dedicated to research. So it's online research in scientific libraries, because we should always be up to date about the latest developments. And usually those latest developments, you can find some of them in scientific books or journals. And there's also a part of my job which is dedicated to customer support, so technical support for customer. So I have a dedicated geographical area, which is Western Europe. Why? Even so, I'm in product development, I still go and support customer. It's just because it's very important for R&D, for development of new products, to have a direct contact with customers, no in between. And just also because between technicians, you will see you share a lot of information. So you know better the customer's needs, the customer pains, where you want to go, and how you can help him. And indeed, as there's a lot of chemistry everywhere, because even in my jacket, there's chemistry, you will see that this is a very nice field. Working as a product development manager brought me a lot of things. So first, personally, of course, because it just increased my intellect. I'm fed with, let's say, the feedback from customers. And it's also always so pleasant when you can answer and you can solve a problem. So especially what I like being there at Organik Kimya is the freedom I can have in developing new products, meaning that we have a really close relationship with customer. We are not impeded by, let's say, quarterly figures or things like that. It's really something which is good in terms of personal development and the fact that you can help others by bringing solutions. My main motivation comes from developing new things since, we are in a world where you cannot be still. Being still while everybody is going forward is like going backward. So we have always to go forward to develop new things and taking into account the fact that our world is changing and changing fast. And the best example is all the new regulations which are to come about the climate change, for example. And chemistry has a lot of things to bring into that field, to have a greener chemistry, to have greener products, and at the end to make a better world with new products which are more environmentally friendly. So the difficult aspects are, I would say that sometimes you cannot go where you want to go because there's still some limitation by technology, for example. The technology is, for example, not yet existing. I have especially something in mind, a project which was started 6 years ago, but unfortunately at that time we didn't have the proper technology to fulfill it. And fortunately, this technology appeared on the market this year, 2021, and so we can bring something new and give a rebirth to that project. So this is the most challenging point, I would say, when you have to answer a question, a challenging question, and when you know that, unfortunately, you cannot answer it now. In the future, probably. So I think that as I have a kind of transversal position within Organik Kimya, this is something which will keep going and will last for long. I don't expect to have a lot of changes in my duties or in my KPIs. It's more related to changes in the environment. I mean this way by the change in the customer's needs, for instance, or the world's needs, like let's go for green. I chose the chemistry, so I went to the chemistry from initially cement industry because it's first in the cement industry where I discovered that if you want to have something technical, then you have to go to polymer modified cementitious products. So even though coming from the cement world, if you want something which has more benefits, then it is polymer modified. And that brought me to chemistry. Well, in terms of education, I have a PhD, so from Canada, civil engineering, and specialize in materials. But all in all, I would say that education is, of course, a need, but it's not the solution to everything. You need to have the basis, but then anyway, every day you learn. So it's a continuous learning. And I'm 51 and I'm still learning every day, even about chemistry. So if you are motivated, then anyway, even if you start with a lower level in chemistry, you can achieve really great things. I will advise all of you just to always be motivated and always take the latest trends, because those trends are the challenges for the future, and this will bring you the motivation. Change the world for the future.